For 50 years, Meryl Streep stayed silent about the stars who made her life on set a nightmare. But now, at 76, she's finally revealing their names. And it's not who you think. For decades, Meryl Streep was seen as Hollywood's unshakable queen. The woman who could play anyone, who could transform into any role, and who seemed to get along with everyone. But behind the perfect smile and the polished interviews, there were truths she kept locked away. Truths about people she couldn't stand working with. And now, at 76, she finally decided to speak about the names she had avoided mentioning for years. Hollywood is a strange place. On the surface, it's all smiles, compliments, and red carpets. But beneath it, egos clash, tempers rise, and personalities explode. Even the comma stars have their breaking points. Meryl had always been known for her grace, but she wasn't immune to frustration. Over her long career, she crossed paths with people who tested her patience and professionalism more than the world ever knew. In her early years, Meryl tried to keep the peace with everyone. She believed that great acting came from respect and trust between co-stars. But that belief would soon be challenged. As she worked with bigger names, she saw how fame changed people. She saw arrogance replace humility and insecurity turn into cruelty. Those moments left deep marks on her, and while she never named names publicly, she remembered them all. The first actor she mentioned was someone everyone once admired. He was known for his charm and intensity, but behind closed doors, he was difficult. Meryl described him as controlling, someone who constantly questioned her choices on set, someone who couldn't stand to see her shine brighter. She said that their scenes together were among the hardest of her life, not because of the script, but because of his constant need to dominate every moment. The second name surprised everyone. This actress was a household name, loved by the media and praised for her friendly image. But Meryl revealed that behind the camera, she was manipulative and cold. She would pretend to be kind during interviews, but would quietly undermine others when no one was watching. Meryl said it was the first time she realized how fake Hollywood could be, that even those who seemed genuine could be the most calculating of all. Then there was the third actor, someone who once called Meryl the best of our generation. Their collaboration had been hyped as a dream pairing, but quickly turned sour. Meryl said he had a massive ego and an unpredictable temper. He'd storm off the set for the smallest reasons, insult crew members, and make everyone walk on eggshells. Meryl stayed professional, but inside, she was disgusted by the lack of respect he showed to the people around him. By this point in her career, Meryl had learned how to hide her emotions behind professionalism. She smiled through interviews, posed for photos, and accepted awards with grace. But those experiences had started to change her. She became more selective, not just about the roles she took, but about the people she worked with. Hollywood taught her that talent meant nothing if a person lacked kindness. The fourth person she talked about was someone unexpected, an actor known for his comedy and energy. People assumed he was easygoing, but Meryl's experience with him told a different story. She described him as exhausting, constantly trying to turn every moment into a joke, even when the scene demanded seriousness. It made her work twice as hard to stay in character. What frustrated her most was his lack of focus. He treated filmmaking like a playground, while she treated it as an art. The fifth name she mentioned wasn't someone she personally hated, but someone who deeply disappointed her. He was a young actor at the time, rising fast, but too consumed by his fame. Meryl said he refused to take advice, arrived late, and didn't take the craft seriously. She tried to mentor him, but he brushed her off, thinking he already knew everything. Years later, when his career fell apart, Meryl said she felt sadness, not satisfaction. She said he was talented but lost in the noise of fame. The sixth name was the one she hesitated to reveal the most. Their film together had been one of her biggest hits, but the experience behind the scenes was painful. She said this actor was cruel, not just rude, but genuinely mean. He mocked others, belittled assistants, and made the set feel toxic. She described one incident where he humiliated a young crew member in front of everyone. Meryl said she never forgot the look on that person's face. From that day forward, she decided she would never stay silent when she saw cruelty, no matter who it came from. When asked why she stayed quiet all these years, Meryl said it wasn't fear, it was disappointment. She didn't want to add to the negativity of Hollywood. She believed that time would reveal people's true colors, and she was right. Many of the actors she mentioned later faced public scandals or faded from the spotlight, while she remained respected and loved. Her honesty shocked fans. People had always seen Meryl as a symbol of calm and dignity, not someone who carried resentment. But her confession wasn't about bitterness, it was about truth. She said that staying silent for so long had been exhausting, and that at her age, she no longer felt the need to pretend everything had been perfect. For her, the experience wasn't about revenge. It was about release. After decades of working in an industry built on illusion, she wanted to show the world that even the most admired people had real human struggles. Fame didn't protect anyone from disappointment or betrayal. Meryl's story also revealed something deeper about Hollywood itself. The industry that praises collaboration often hides jealousy, insecurity, and competition. For every award-winning smile, there's a story of tension behind it. For every perfect red carpet photo, there's a memory of someone's cruelty or disrespect. Meryl's honesty peeled back that glittering curtain, even if just for a moment. When fans heard her words, many said it made them respect her even more. Because she didn't speak out to destroy reputations, she spoke to tell her truth. And in doing so, she reminded everyone that integrity matters more than image. By the end of her revelation, Meryl had not only named those 6 actors, but also freed herself from years of silence. It was a quiet victory, one that came not from shouting or anger, but from the calm voice of a woman who had seen too much and finally decided to speak. Even after all that, she said she didn't regret working with them. Each difficult experience taught her something about herself, about patience, boundaries, and the kind of person she never wanted to become. It shaped her into the artist and woman she is today. She admitted that Hollywood was full of beautiful lies, but that truth always finds its way out eventually. And from Meryl Streep, the truth finally came when she was ready, not when the world demanded it. After her confession, the world began to look at Meryl differently. Not as the untouchable Hollywood icon, but as a woman who endured years of silent frustration while keeping her dignity intact. Her story didn't just expose 6 people, it exposed the hidden cost of fame. People started revisiting her films, watching them with new eyes. They looked for signs, moments, and expressions that might have reflected the pain she carried off screen. In scenes where she appeared tense, fans wondered if the tension came from acting or from real emotions buried beneath the surface. One co-star once said that Meryl's strength was her ability to turn pain into poetry. And maybe that's what she did. Every moment of disrespect, every cold glance, every insult she endured, she turned it into fuel for her performances. It's what made her characters feel real, what made audiences cry without knowing why. Meryl's story also sparked conversations about professionalism in Hollywood. Many young actors began speaking out about their own experiences, inspired by her courage. They realized that even someone as powerful as Meryl had to tolerate toxic behavior for the sake of her career. It made them question why the industry still allowed such behavior to go unchallenged. But Meryl didn't name those actors to start a war. She did it to bring closure. She said that for too long, she had carried resentment disguised as silence. And now, at 76, she didn't want to carry anything that heavy anymore. She said, "I'm too old to pretend the past didn't hurt." Her honesty gave her a strange kind of peace.